Marksmellybell here. You ever get a case of the fuckets? I want to explain. This is a quote from Jordan Syatt, a good buddy of mine, somebody that teaches and preaches a lot of great information all the time. For not following him, go ahead and follow Jordan. Jordan says, a lot of people treat their diet like this scenario here. You walk outside of work and you go to drive home and you notice, you go, holy shit, oh my God, I can't believe it. I got a flat tire. And then from there, you whip out a pocket knife and then you proceed to jab the other tires on your car, slashing all the tires on your car. Because you're like, I already got one tire blown out, fuck it. I might as well have all of them blown out. A lot of times we do that with our diet, and it rolls in from, it's like one little snack. You're like, oh, I'll just have a little bit of that cake. And then because you had that cake at that party, then you're rolling through McDonald's and you're getting some cheeseburgers, some French fries, and a shake. And that's on like a Friday. And you're like, well, it's the weekend. So Saturday morning you wake up, you eat pancakes and bacon and sausage and everything else under the sun. And all day Saturday you screw up. And then Sunday you're like, oh, it's football season. This is going to be sick. I'm going to invite some friends over, have some wings, have a barbecue, and just sit down and eat all day and chill and eat some chips and whatever the hell else you eat during a football game, right? I think a key thing to try to grasp a hold of is to try to hold on to some rules, try to hold on to some disciplines. What are some disciplines that you have instilled in yourself, and what are some things that are actionable items that you can still do in these cases of it's a holiday, your favorite show is on? You know, you can simply just reinterpret everything that you once knew, and you can just say, hey, when I go to the movies, I'm not going to eat anything. Like, these are options. You can do that. And it wouldn't be a bad practice to walk yourself through, but some people are like, fuck it, man, I'd rather have something to chew on when I'm watching the show. When it's Thanksgiving, I want to enjoy other stuff that the family is enjoying. When it's Christmas time, when it's New Year's, there's always reason to celebrate. So we got to be cautious with how much celebrating we're doing. We also need to be cautious with placing a celebration and placing a food with it every single time, because we end up with this association of it's a birthday, not just my birthday, but it's anybody's birthday, and I'm going to overeat, I'm going to overindulge, I'm going to overdo it. So like, what are some disciplines that are just reasonable? Can you still work out that day? Can we go like blow off some calories? Can we go and maybe deplete some of our glycogen stores through some lifting or some exercise? Could you walk for that day? Could you employ some intermittent fasting? One of the easiest things to do is to fast in and out of stuff. So you can say, okay, it's Christmas Eve and I know that my mom cooks this blah, 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 and my grandma brings this over and my aunt brings this over and so forth. And you can say, I'm going to go nuts that day. That's great. Well, maybe in preparation for that, maybe on the 22nd of December, you employ a little bit of intermittent fasting and you go about your normal eating, but you partition off some calories that day, maybe the next day, and whenever it is that Christmas Eve rolls around and you have that big ass dinner coming, maybe you fasted for 20 hours into that and you just go and let loose and have at it. Let's say that you don't want to employ any dietary intervention. You don't want to implement anything. You just really, truly want to say, F it, go for it. Well, can you go for a run? Maybe you're not a runner, so maybe that's not on the table. Can you go for a hike? Maybe hiking is a little difficult for you. Can you go on a walk? Can you can you get on a recumbent bike at the gym? Could you go on a bike ride with some of your friends or family? Like, what? There's got to be something, right? Let's also keep this in mind. While we can get in the mindset of the fuck it's to slash the rest of the tires, we can also get in the mindset of fuck it, and I'm going to lean into being made of something different, and I'm going to really lean into being different than I was yesterday. Think about this challenge for a moment. Think about saying to yourself, I am no longer going to be the same person anymore. I can't fucking stand it any longer. These are things I've said to myself. I am breaking these habits. These habits right here, this is a challenge. Throw down a challenge to yourself. throw down the gauntlet to yourself. I know that you know how to do this. I know that many of you are probably great parents. Many of you probably great police officers, firemen, teachers, whatever it is, you name it. I'm sure you're excellent in many aspects of your life. And I'm sure there's been times in your life where when you went to college, when you were in sports, when you've done certain things in your life where you've been competitive and you said, I'm going to fucking win. I want to win. I know you've done that before, and I know you know how to do that. So now how do you win on some of this stuff? How do you not get a case of the fuck it's in the wrong direction, but to get a case of the fuck it's in the other direction? Saying, screw it, I'm going to run, and not only going to run, I'm going to figure out how to run a 6-minute mile. Or some of these other people that say, I was 200 pounds overweight, now I'm going to run a marathon. There's people that do that stuff. Can you be one of those people? I would say that you can be. So keep in mind, you can get a case of the fuck it's in either direction. You can say, fuck it, I'm doing all this stuff negative and go whoosh downhill. Or you can get a case of the fuck it's and be lifted straight to Mars, the way that you see someone like David Goggins heading in that direction, where the discipline has been something that has that unflinching discipline of as soon as that negative thought comes to mind of, don't run today, you ran yesterday. That's your cue to get going, because that's your old self talking. That's your old self telling you that you can't do something. As soon as the can't comes in, that means that you must. Strength is never weakness. Weakness is never strength. Catch you guys later.